How's it going, everybody? It's EB here, and today I just want to, since we're in the state of crisis, I figured, what if we got to know each other a little bit more? Maybe we could develop this sort of connection. So I'm going to do the list. I'm going to list my top 10 what things I'm afraid of. That's pretty personal, isn't it? But here we go. Number 10, peanuts. Off to a great start, Jared. You're doing well. Why I'm allergic to that's why. I'm allergic to peanuts. I'm deathly allergic to peanuts, so whenever somebody decides to wipe a peanut or peanut butter on me, I puff up like a balloon. Maybe like Violet Beauregarde when she's a blueberry, but redder, like a strawberry, if you like. Then I puff up and I begin having these problems with breathing, and then I dead. Number 9. Chocolate. Yep, well done, Jared. Again, you're doing absolutely fantastic. Why am I afraid of chocolate? Well, I've been eating it a lot lately since we've been all in isolation. And I'm afraid that I'm going to get diabetes, which is basically 9 and 8 in a nutshell. 9 and 8 is diabetes and chocolate. And because I ate so much sugar, I feel like I might get diabetes. That's number 9 and 8. Number 7, criminals breaking into my house. The reason why it's so low on the list is because some of them are just dumb. I don't know why they decide to come in when there's a 4 people, there's 4 people inside a house, or a 5 or 6 or 7, and think it's alright to start picking locks and doing all that. It's narrowly impossible, because somehow somebody's gonna have a weapon inside their room, and it's gonna knock them out. Number 6. Losing one of my family members. That's probably the biggest fear of what everybody else hates. Everybody else has that, losing a family member in general is just a terrible thing, and that's what I fear, mostly with my family, is that if I lose one of my family members, I feel like it's going to be impacting the rest of my life forever. And that's exactly what most people think. It's exactly that. Number 5. Forgot I'm not wearing a watch.
A few moments later.
Number 5. Suicide. Basically death. Not a lot of people may know this, but in 2019, I've had 3 suicide attempts in school, and they all failed, and that's why I'm making this video. And that's exactly what I'm scared of, is that one day I'm gonna do it and won't know what I'm doing. Number 4, my dad. Pretty sure every kid has a phobia of their dad at one point. Because if you're in a situation like me, is that your dad gets so angry at something like school or something like that, you're just very afraid of him at that point. So that's why it's number 4 on my list for that. Number 3, the dark. Again, another common phobia of what other people have is because I think of bad things, and when I think of bad things, they normally come from the dark, and when they come from the dark, they usually come out of my imagination. When they come out of my imagination, they appear right in front of me, which is obviously very scary for the naked eye. Unless if you try to punch it and it goes away. Number 2, vampire girls. First of all, right off the bat, I'm not discriminating against women. I am not doing that, except, here's the thing, I go by the rules, and because how stupid and strict I am, my number one rule is no violence against women, and I totally get that out there, no violence against women. And because I never think of myself in such case scenarios, I never attack them. And it petrifies me that the women can do something to me, but I can't do anything to them because I am so strict on that one thing. Yeah. And number one. I haven't really thought this through, have I?
1 hour later. 2 hours later. 3 hours later.
Can you move it along? I'm all out of time cards.
Number one, crowd fights. Yes, I go to a lot of sport, and because I'm in Australia, I love to go to the AFL. In fact, that's my favourite sport. And it's very entertaining to the fact that when you see a brawl going on, it's really entertaining to the fact to me. But when you're inside the brawl, it kind of terrifies me that you're actually going to get seriously hurt. And that's why I tried to take it much more seriously as time went on, and I've been I'm trying to make myself in a different mindset to the guy that's getting beaten up to just me. So for me, getting bashed up like that would just be frightening and just being very close to death. Anyway, that was what I was afraid of. And I will make another movie review. I'm thinking of the good and the bad and the ugly. We'll see. Anyway, love you guys. Stay safe. America. I have a message for America. Okay. Listen. America. Stop being so selfish. Over here in Australia, the restrictions are starting to ease because the numbers are starting to drop. But over there, you guys have 80,000 cases, active cases, and you want out. That's just absolutely selfish and risking other lives. Imagine if every other country borders open up and you guys open your borders and you fly all the way to another country and infect them again, and all of a sudden this pandemic starts again. Get that into consideration, America. Other than that, everybody, love you. Stay safe. Alright, goodbye.